Happy Tuesday! Hi, she's Chrissy,
And she's Sissy.
and we're Chrissy
Chrissy
and
and Sissy.
Sissy. Hey
Yeah.
everyone, happy Tuesday.
Happy
We're
Tuesday,
back.
guys.
We're back with another video, a Sunday school video, and we are together. We are reunited. Please
Please, you
don't
don't got.
don't take my card. Don't take my card. Um
I already
yeah,
wrote
you
it.
guys, I just want to say thank you all for liking. Thank you all for subscribing. Just thank you all, just point blank period from the bottom of our hearts. Um, if you have not, go ahead and like this video. Yeah, like the video before you even watch the video. Sorry about my rant last week, but like the video, but not sorry. Like the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, of course. Hit that notification bell if you have not, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Also, after you make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, make sure you're following us on all our social media platforms, which are where sis.
At the bottom of the screen.
See, look, she about to get fired at the bottom of the screen. And I just want to thank y'all so much again. I wanted to put this last. I want to thank y'all so much for subscribing. We are at 248 subscribers.
Awesome.
You gotta broke it up, sis. Sorry for the technical difficulties, but yes,
I'm
you guys, this is so amazing. You know what I thought about it? I was like, we are 752 subscribers away from being at 1,000.
all right. That's
When
a good
we
way to
first started, I don't think we saw 250. Like, look at God. But thank you all for
first
doing it. If you're not
like
subscribed to the channel, do what I said a couple of minutes ago if you're not subscribed to the channel. So today we have an interesting lesson. I'm gonna just be real. Before we were discussing, I just didn't get into the lesson as much, but now I got into the lesson. And it probably was good I didn't get into the lesson, yeah. Because what we talking about? We talking about marriage. And this single gal has to be reminded about marriage ever so then. You know, I play the teeter totter fence. So this week, I feel like we have an interesting view on the lesson because we have someone that is married and we have someone that is single. But we're talking about how beautiful a committed relationship is. I love looking at my sis and my bro relationship because they love each other and they help each other and they just work off of each other. I love them. I'm not trying to be like them and have a relationship like that, but I love it. It's just so nice where they are seem like they may be mad, don't care. My brother always makes sure he get his kiss before he come when he come in and when he leave. And
mm-hmm.
he would be so nice. He used to put his shoes by the laundry room door. I used to remember that. I watched. He always put his shoes in the back. I don't know why. I guess that was out of respect or something like that. But yeah, they are so amazing. I
And
see.
the sister works in the plant. He does not wear his work boots through the house.
Yes. And I just think that's so nice. I've seen him work like 12-hour. No, I'm sorry. 12.5.
So he got
12,
those.
12 and a half hour days, and still on his weekend, he gets some donated wood and will help sis in the garden. He just support her in a lot of things, but
Mm-hmm.
she be messing up sometimes, so stuff get taken away. I'm just playing. But that's just how you see how I'm smiling. That's what a beautiful relationship does. But if I, talked about see, look, my face changed when I just even thought about some bad relationships.
I
But
would, but sis, and I said I was not gonna say anything because I really didn't know how to go with this lesson for the young people. But I just got that thought when you were saying what you see, and I'm gonna say what you see in
mm,
my ministry. I mean my marriage. Um,
It is your ministry.
it is. He really is. He's a full-time ministry. Um, but people, okay, let's okay. Topic of our Sunday school lesson for this week because we skipped all over that and we're halfway
Mine
done.
is loving you. See, I didn't even get into the meat of it because she's, this was not in the notes, yeah. My
It's not
lesson is loving you, but the adult lesson is tradition and love.
mine.
This was
And
not in the notes.
the topic of my Sunday school lesson is I'm getting married. Okay. And but from what sis was saying, really gave me something to say. And then you would see where the Bible bases are. We're coming from Solomon. And if any of you teenagers are into teen girls, I'm going to say, if you're into love stories, I challenge you, um, teen girls, to read the Song of Solomon. Beautiful, beautiful the way he wooed his wife, the way he talks about things, and the metaphors that he uses for some things. Um, but like I was gonna say, when sis was talking, and what I thought about was when she said that um how how she see my husband Deacon Honey just shower me with love and giving me and spoiling me and loving me and saying sweet things just all the time to me. At and sometimes she said, but sometimes she has witnessed me being whatever, being me, and then I mess up the blessing, or I lose the blessing, or I delay the blessing. That's even with Christ in our relationship because we are His bride. Even with that, He loves us, He blesses us, but then because of the way that we act, because of the things that we do, because He says in the Word, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." So when we walk away, when we turn our back and we sin and we stray away, it's us that's leaving Him, which causes our blessings to be slowed down. We may go through a few things, and then He wants us to say, "Okay, now I'm just going to see how far she's going to go." She thinks that she got it all together. She thinks that she knows that she has all the answers. So right now she feels like that she don't need me. She don't need my advice. Okay, so we're going to see. And then as you get down the line, you got to stop and you got to come back and you got to say, "Lord, I need your help with this test. God, bring this back to my remembrance. God, I'm sorry." And then adults, "God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, God. I missed it. I totally missed it. I'm sorry. I thought that I didn't need you. I'm sorry that I walked away. I'm sorry that my prayer life and my study time, my meditating time got slack because God, you blessed me with a house, you blessed me with a car, you blessed me with a job, and I kind of got caught up in that, God. So I do apologize, but God, if you bless me, if you help me, if we have to come back and we have to repent. And God, being God, He is faithful and just to forgive us and give us another chance. Um, so I'm thinking, go ahead, sis. You have something else that you want to say while
I
I'm
mean,
trying to get this other thought together.
oh, okay. Well, okay. I guess we just doing it different this week, yeah. And kind of
Yeah,
it's just
I mean, because
talking.
this lesson, guys,
But
I'm kind of hesitant about what to say and what not to say.
I just think it's important to remind young people the beauty of marriage. And when we're not talking about beauty as for my teenagers, it's not about being Instagram goals, Snapchat goals, Facebook goals. I know y'all on there, TikTok goals, doing challenges and little things like that. Those things, like I said, with sis and my brother, I said my brother and bro or whatever. I don't see everything. I go off of what I see. And when I say like they're not your typical, like we're gonna dress up in matching t-shirts and all the kids got on matching t-shirts and pajamas type of relationship. Like, when I go to the house, it be a lot going on. It's
It's
like Home Alone
the entire.
racing to the airport. It'd be like seven moving parts because they got girls, they got boys, they got grandchildren. So, oh, can I put y'all business out there?
Mm-hmm.
Some on the way. You got children, you got adults, and you got like adults, and then you got adults that still act like children and still act, and you got children in high school and children in elementary school, and then you got a little toddler. Well, it's not a toddler no more. You got a pre-K student now with the grandchild. So it's a lot, but it's so beautiful because it's like, it be balanced. Like, for example, I know sis works and stuff and has classes, and when we log in on Zoom sometimes for different events, um, it's funny because Troy, he's sitting there, but I know he ain't log in because I know System typed in the stuff on the computer, and she just walked away from where she was to make sure he get on the computer and do little stuff like that. So that's what I was saying, like the beauty, like understanding the beauty of a relationship and understanding the beauty of just marriage. Because another thing is she's doing all that and I can do all that, but I'm single. So dude, me and you talking, you ain't get. I could be nice. I may get you some coffee. I may do this, but I'm not about to stop what I'm doing to help you. Like no, like because we use the saying a lot. Why buy the cow when you get the milk for free? And I feel like that includes everything. It just don't include the stuff that happens when you lay down, teenagers. It includes like for yeah. Oh, let me do his homework. No. Oh, let me go and let me do his football laundry. No, let me run his no, we not running schedules and we not doing all of that. That's in to me the confinements of marriage. You're not, as sis was talking about when we was kind of briefing, she was talking about how back in the day, wives were more so like slaves, but the Bible tells us to submit. And so when I say submit, it don't say submit to your boyfriend that you got. It say submit to your husband. Wives submit to your husband, and boys do the same thing. Little 15-year-old boy, if you don't put your cash out off your phone and put it back in, you not sending her $50 to get her nails done. You're not married. If she just with you to pay, no, that's the wrong thing anyway. Y'all work together. I'm not saying we look, young guys, you want to go on a date with a girl, take her on a date and you pay. Yes, you do that, but you're not expected to pay all. First of all, it's your parents' money, and let's be real. Unless you 16 or some years old and you got a job, no, some of y'all already know. Let me not get on my rant, but we're discussing the beauty of
Yeah.
marriage, and then we're going to also um to reflect on that attitude of love and commitment. As sis said, when she missed out on stuff, it's a commitment and it goes both ways. It's a two-way street.
What's straight?
And we go back and forth. You give me some,
Mm-hmm.
I give you some. And we're talking about in the confines of marriage. And that's probably one of the reasons why I'm single and not dating somebody right now yet. Dating someone because I'm not about to let him drive my car. I remember somebody told me one time,
Ooh.
I had watched, a couple of girls one time and their boyfriends came up and visited them because they were doing something. They came up and supported them doing something. I don't want to get into the details, and I was just like, but they drove the girl's car, like they drove their girlfriend's car. So if I left my car with you for the weekend, I gave you the keys, the least you could do is drive up here and support me. And I said something about, oh, I'm not letting no male drive my car. Every time I let a male drive a car, it was the stupid mistake I ever made. Cause something always went wrong with my car, and who was there to pay for it? As my friend said, oh, you got your parents, and that's who paid for it. And that's how I was. I was like, at the time, rest his soul. But my dad was the only man paying for stuff for me. And honestly, with girls, your father or the male figure, those are the ones that teach you how to be treated in a relationship. And I feel like we as Sunday school teachers and teachers, period, we have to, like, I love the Young Woman of Excellence pageant that happens at at AIM, and I visited one time and the girls walk down the aisles and the young men of valor in the pageant, they wait on them, and that's how it should be. We need to teach our young women, hey, this is what a guy's going to do for you. This is what's expected. And teach our young men, this is what is expected of you as well as a young man if you want to pursue um, a woman and have a wife. And so I just think marriage is beautiful, and I think it's the commitment. I make a commitment to submit to you when I'm married to you, not when you my boyfriend. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. And I don't got no ring, so
What
I don't
is
got no
up
commitment.
with you tonight?
Huh?
I'm gonna say what is up with you tonight. But you know what, sis? You're really on some things, and this lesson right here really can go on and on and on and on. Because what I'm thinking about is that even just to try to keep it within just to everything that sis said in the Bible days, it was not a it was not a I met you and I don't feel in love with you. I like the way you smell, I like your hair, I like the way you dress, I like your personality. Women didn't have that choice. Their parents made the decision of who they was gonna marry. And then guess what? Then the groom's family would pay the bride's family for the bride. Then they would kind of like have like a little 1 year kind of courtship type thing. I guess to like to get to know each other for him to tell her, well, I like this kind of food. I want you to clean my house. I need these many babies from you because there was no love. It wasn't. I don't fell in love with you, so I'm going to submit to you. Like with me, I submit to my husband because I love him because I respect him, not because somebody gave somebody gave my uncle $1 million for me. You know, even though that still would be like a huge discount. Um, so not for that reason, but young women, young girls being able to not do don't do wife things on a girlfriend budget. Okay,
Ooh,
that's all I'm gonna say. Um, because
tell some
what
20
happened,
olds that too.
and this is when we got. Oh, I can just really just go back when we got off track. When we got off track, and we start doing white things on a girlfriend budget, then single moms became on the rise. Teen moms became on the rise. All of this, single moms, I credit daddies because what we do as women, and I had to catch myself and I had to stop myself from doing certain things. We take on wanting to be the head, the leader. So therefore, if we take that responsibility from the man, don't get mad when you're pregnant and he's gone. When from the beginning of time when you started dating him, you done bought him Jordans. Like sis said, you let him drive your car. He's getting bigger birthday gifts and Christmas gifts and Valentine gifts, and he don't bring you nothing.
Ooh, ain't no commitment.
Okay,
Ain't no love. It's
I know.
lust.
Okay, so I'm gonna end it there because and why Chrissy, can you speak on this? I can speak on this because um although I've been married, this is my third husband. I will say that it took me a long time to admit that, but this is my third
You
husband.
told them
But
that before.
yeah,
Our
but
early
I did
subscribers know that.
okay. But this is the first husband that I had that actually courted me, that actually took me on dates.
There's a video
Any
about it. Go watch that
any of that.
video.
So and I was like, God, why was I this age before I did all of the things that I've always wanted to do. Things like I've always wanted to go on a date to the circus, to the zoo. I mean, little things like that. It was this many years later. But what's the thing to say? I was this many years old, this many
When
days
I
old
found
when
out.
I found out. Okay, I was yeah, a lot of years old before I found out what it was like for a man to want me for me and not for what I can bring to the table. Not for how high, I'm just gonna say, not for how high I can kick my leg over my head. I'm just gonna leave it there and let y'all work on that. like I said, yeah, I pray my strength in the Lord.
Oh,
I'm gonna end it because this lesson is like really so much that we can get into, but then some parents are just not there yet for their young children to have the type of conversation that
yeah, because our last thing is basically explain like how we can build a relationship like marriage. And the
hmm
first relationship that we have, I feel as though is with God. And
yes.
so we have to work on that relationship. If you work on that relationship, when you do meet your significant other or your prospect significant other, if you all are both committed to God, then you guys will, stick it out and stay together. If you got to be compatible, but if you are committed to God, you're going to draw near and draw close to your significant other. If you are away from God, I feel like it's like that's why I'm like I have to be, God has somebody out there for me. I have to be ready and in God's time and make sure that I am aligned up to Him so that we can meet each other. Because right now, every time I steer away and I'm not having that committed relationship with God, then He just over there like, where's she at? I'm trying to see her. I'm trying to find her. That's how I think. But that's the first. If you start, since we run out of time, start with that first relationship with God first, and then kind of it's like Matthew 6, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all his righteousness and everything should be added unto you. So I paraphrased it, but do that first, okay? Cause I didn't even think about when I was, you know what? I'm not gonna go all down that road.
You can't
But I,
go out because I can
but
go
I
on.
think about when I feel like none of my relationships, and I've never been in a relationship because the times I was close, guy was close guy, and then when I would drift away, I would meet a guy, but it never worked because we weren't like even different prospects now. Like I tell them, like I'm in church, I go to church, I do this. I'm very in tune with my spiritual walk. Like I throw stuff like that. I'm like, if you go talk to me, you already know. Because it's like that movie, not easily broken. Like it's me, you, but it's God as well, and that's why the three-strand cord is not
Oh,
easily
I
broken.
love that.
But that
Not
ain't
easily.
for the children. But yeah,
It's
that's
not,
you need
look at
God in
that.
your relationship.
That not easily broken. It can be looked at as a relationship with your husband. It can be looked at as a relationship with God because it shows the things that in this walk with God that you can go through. Sometimes you can go through things so bad where you want to just give up and turn away, but then you just have like that hunger and just that desire to want to give it. Then you just have God that's just there wanting to work it out. Want that not easily broken movie.
Good.
I wouldn't have been able to do it.
And on that note, we don't want y'all to stop here. Even though I know we got y'all a mouthful this week,
Because
don't stop here.
we just been chatting it up.
Don't stop here with our lesson. Well, this lesson that we have this week. Make sure you go in and study for yourself. If you're an adult, you can actually read Solomon and understand from where it comes from. If you're a child, make sure you talk to your Sunday school teacher and look at those other scriptures and background scriptures that are there with the lesson so that you can understand. But talking about the beauty of marriage and loving you and talking about tradition and love. And also just remember that God loved us first. All right. So again, we thank you all for tuning in to this Sunday school broadcast. And if
Sunday school.
nothing else needs to be said, we wish you all a happy studying. Bye.